This is our new-ish Aprilia RXV 550. I just got this thing last weekend. I have yet to take it out. This is the first time I'm taking it out, and check out how many kilometers this has on it. Almost 2,400. This is a 2008. That is insanely good mileage. Chain's a little rusty, but it's not too bad. It's got an arrow, not the undertail or anything else. The front brake needs to be bled, but it kind of works. I'm not gonna do anything too hard on it here, so. Starts up pretty darn good. The side stand is a little wobbly. I think those bolts are stripped, and I think the coolant might be bad, but other than that, which, you know, these are some standard things for a bike of this age and this mileage. Real soft suspension on it. Seems like to me like a pretty aggressive tune, but it's really hard on the engine braking. It's got some bar risers on it too. Tires are basically brand new on it. I picked this up. The guy was asking $3,900 for it, and he had like 2.5 boxes worth of, basically most of the parts were brand new, and of course the stock exhaust and some other stock parts that he had taken off of it. All together with the parts, he was asking $4,150, and like he had a brand new tire for it and brand new handguards. The Acerbi's wraparound metal style handguards, and man, what a deal. Like 2,300 kilometers. Even if I have to rebuild the engine, that's a good deal. So one difference between the RXVs and the SXVs is the transmission. Like there's actually a surprising amount of different things. Like this isn't like the difference between the DRZ 400S and SM. This is like, because basically all that is tires and suspension, that's it. And all, like, the difference between this is suspension, of course, tires and rims, and transmission. It has a lower 5th gear than the SXV does, more trail use, more closer ratio gearbox. But there is quite a bit. Like, they are completely different machines. There's 5th gear right now, and it's at about the same RPM as I would be at 100 or 110 with my SXV, so that's a pretty big difference. Like this top speed of this thing is probably what, 150, whereas like 180 on my SXV. So front brake, master cylinder is different. This has just a standard Nissan brake or Nissan brake. The frame too is slightly different, I believe, and especially depending on the year. Also, the swing arm is different. It's thinner because you don't need the big fat Supermoto tire on it. And on the later models, like the 2013s, they actually had straight swing arms on them, which the straight ones are better. Like, they're more flexible, so for cornering they get better traction. So that's kind of one reason why they switched to the straight. Ow, that hurt. I'm not really wearing much gear, so I should be going a little bit slower, but I do want to hear that engine, hear that exhaust. It shouldn't be too wet in here right now, but it is kind of wet. It rained yesterday, but not very much. What the heck is over there? It's just a field over there. Feels kind of washy to me. I mean, this is all like pretty big gravel stones. Maybe it's just not particularly the type of tire for it, but it's easier to find neutral on this one than my SXV. The SXV, man, you have to have that thing like moving slightly in order to actually find neutral. Oh, man, I hate this. Great, I'm getting it all dirty now. And there's no actual fairing between the tire and swing arm and the rear shock or the battery box. So I don't. They actually did. Apparently, there is a fairing out there for the. I think it's the Akrapovic or the Akrapovic exhaust for these. I don't know if they come with the Akrapovic exhaust, but you don't see too many of those aftermarket, like sold separately or like on the used market. But that would be really nice to get, because then you keep your linkage and shock clean, battery box clean, and all your terminals on the battery clean. Apparently, I think it was my grandparents or my great-grandparents used to actually live down here. Just up here, actually. Yeah, I think they lived somewhere around here. There's like that remnants of an old log cabin barn there. Is that something new somebody built? Man, I tell you what, I sure do prefer a two-stroke for all this. I hate engine braking on the trail. It just breaks traction for me too much. Man, that hit too. Just oh yeah. I mean, I definitely will never regret this purchase. Unless the engine blows up right now. Knock on wood. But I can't really see myself using this all the time as a trail bike. I like a two-stroke a lot better for that. This would probably be a very good bike to put some supermoto tires on. Apparently, the RXVs actually were a little bit better for supermoto racing because of, I think it's some frame designs and, of course, the closer ratio gearbox. And on the SXV, the SXVs have a 180 tire, which is pretty fat. Like most supermoto tires are like max 160. They're like between 140 and 160s. Which this swing arm would fit perfectly. And it's getting pretty boggy in here. Man, I love that sound though. I feel like I'm really washing out. Oh man, getting carpal tunnel here. Is that true? been a while since I've been in here. I sold my dirt bike at the start of the year, man. That's gotta be like a... Are people making new trails in here? This is like one of the only forests around. So the kind of thing is like everybody comes here. Everybody. That's why they have all these potholes here, is because everybody's coming in there with their trucks, whatnot. Like, obviously the water does it too, but the weight of the trucks and whatnot going through these bogs and mud holes pushes all the mud to the outside edges like this, all the mud and the gravel. Whereas dirt bikes and four-wheelers kind of just go on over top of it. Obviously, there's a lot of people with big four-wheelers in here too, which don't help. But they're not as bad as everybody in their stupid F-150. That right there, no thanks. It's got a good clutch in it. I like how, like, look at this gate. Look at this sorry looking gate, man. You could drive a freaking Honda Civic through that, dude. It's definitely really hard to keep. I hate four strokes for trails. Like I keep saying that, but it's harder. I find it harder to keep a good, solid hold on the throttle without it being choppy. Because you hit a bump and then it chops, and you get that all that engine brake, and then you get all that immediate torque. Two strokes are just the way to go. Unless you literally have like an iron wrist and it just doesn't move. But that ain't me, dog. Look at all that poison ivy. Man. That is all poison ivy. That is some rocky terrain. I am getting used to it a little bit more. That is nice. Trying to find the balance between my throttle hand and my stability. Well, that worked pretty well. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get 2 Bliss tire things for this. These are brand new tires too, pretty much. Like, the front one may be a little bit older, but that back one still had teats on it, man. Like, it was fresh. Oh, I felt something hit the rim there. Good. Oh, man. What dicks? It's funny because I can just go right through it still, but... Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Needs that guard there. That's kind of ridiculous. These seats always crease here. Oh, that was pretty good. Definitely, I think it's too much power for the trail. But it is still really freaking cool. And it will always be cool. Yeah, see, look at this brand new tire the guy gave me with it too. Crazy. Alrighty. Like, comment, subscribe if you wanna. Whatever.